There are 7 hip flexor muscles on each side of your body, and before we identify them, it might be helpful for some of you if we also refer to them as thigh flexor muscles, since it is much easier to visualize the movement of the thigh at the hip joint rather than trying to figure out what is taking place deep inside the hip joint itself. With that in mind, the first 2 muscles, the psoas and iliacus, are perhaps the more popular ones as they are heavily involved with doing sit-ups and hanging knee raises. The next 2, the Sartorius and Rectus Femoris, are the longest of all of your hip flexors or thigh flexors, and the Sartorius is actually the longest muscle in the entire body. The last 3, the pectineus, adductor longus, and adductor brevis, are typically thought of as hip adductor muscles, but since they do cross the hip joint, they are also considered flexors of the hip. Now, as a group, the hip flexor's job is to flex the thigh upon the pelvis seen here, and again, this is why it is helpful to refer to them as thigh flexors, because you can see this action more clearly. This is a powerful movement for running faster, jumping higher, and kicking farther, and is necessary in many of the sports you play. To learn more about the hip flexor muscles and their importance to an athlete's performance, click the link below this video.